rock.
Here's the results of my program, right? Twisted Steel and sex appeal, baby!
How do you know who to listen to?
First of all, talk is cheap. We all know that. Second of all, just because it's written on paper does not mean it's true, does it?
Absolutely
right?
not.
But we've got a culture that worships things that are written on paper more than they worship actual facts. So what I tell my students all the time, before you start practicing somebody's diet approach or exercise approach, get on Google or get on YouTube and find some pictures of that person. And what you'll find, if you start looking up the pictures of people writing diet books, most of them look unhealthy and a lot of them have diseases. Right? Good. Well, is it really a good idea to go learn how to get healthy from a sick doctor or a sick therapist? So first and foremost, ask yourself, does this person or teacher exemplify in their own body and in their own mind and their own living practice a way that is nurturing to me? If the product of the result of their teachings is something that they can wear and that you're willing to share, then that's somebody to follow, right? So I tell my students, if you don't wear it, don't share it. Don't be telling people not to do this or do that if you're not doing it yourself and if you don't have the vitality and the results to back it up. Many times I've been on debate panels at large conferences all over the world, and I've had PhD so-and-so with a gut out here and eyeballs falling out of his head and drinking coffee and smoking on the breaks, and he's sitting there telling me that my approach is a bunch of garbage and it doesn't work. And I have a very simple solution, and I've done it many times, and I haven't made many friends doing it, but I just say, you know, Dr. So-and-so, that's a very interesting philosophy. Do you have any evidence at all that it works? Oh, yes, my patients get better all the time. Well, how do you know they're getting better, that you're not just stimulating them with drugs or creating a false impression of getting better? I said, if your approach worked, wouldn't it be working for you as well? Oh, it does work for me, good. And I stand up, and I get undressed, and I say, all right, I'm 50 years old, here's the results of my program. You want to go out and see who can run in the hall? You want to see how high you can jump? You want an arm wrestle? You want to think about complex problems? You want to talk about issues of the world? Let's get to it. Right?
That is right.
Here's the results of my program. Right? Twisted Steel and sex appeal, baby. Right? So the fat, sick diet experts of the world, just because they sound good on paper and have a PhD, don't get fooled. Remember, PhD stands for piled higher and deeper. Right? If you can't wear it, don't share it. That's my only answer I have for you. The message here is you can't just look at the surface. You've got to look at a person's physical fitness, their emotional fitness, their mental fitness, their spiritual fitness, and then if you do testing like I do, you can look at nutrient reserves, you can look at toxicity in the body. But it's not just what you see in the mirror. We have created an entire generation today of what I call fit, sick people. We've got the most death at the earliest age amongst professional athletes we've ever seen. We've got guys dying at 35 years of age of heart attacks. We've got kids being born with clogged arteries. We've got the massive obesity in children. Everywhere across the board, you are seeing a complete and utter breakdown of human society, which is largely the result of processed foods and the abuse of science.
That's why the RawBrahs are in an interesting situation, because as you may see, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I feel like I'm a pretty good looking guy.
You're a handsome devil, look at him.
Yeah, you know, and we take off our shirts and we have great builds. We can pretty much be a model for any diet, short term at least, and people will probably listen to what we have to say because we look pretty good.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's not necessarily the way to go about it, as Dr. Chek here.
Well, I'm a holistic practitioner.
Okay,
but now that you've promoted me, when do I get paid?
Yeah, so that's interesting for us. That's why we have become more, such as like Daniel described, as health journalists.
Yeah.
As rather as a model for a certain diet.
How about health experientialists?
I like that.
That's what we're all about. We're all about expecting nothing and experiencing everything.
Right. So you try the vegan diet.
Yeah, we try.
And you share. Look, this is what got better. This is what challenged me. Try eating all fat. Try eating all protein. Try eating all vegetables. Try eating a vegan diet. Try fasting. And what you'll find out is what happens with each one of those. And then you develop a log of, well, when I was on the meat-eating diet, man, I was putting on muscle mass, but I was tired all the time, or my mind got foggy, or I got constipated and couldn't poop and eventually ended up feeling terrible because I had all these toxins in my body. When I was on a vegetarian diet, my skin got good, my mind got clear, but I couldn't recover from exercise and I felt terrible every time I worked out. So then I started not exercising because it hurt, and the next thing you know, my mind was clogged up again. So what do you find? How many people go from the South Beach diet to the Atkins diet to the Ornish diet? Well, all they're doing is doing what they should be doing on a daily basis. When you learn what it felt like to be on the Atkins diet, and you learn what the benefits and what the drawbacks were, you learn to recognize when you need more protein in your diet, more fat in your diet. Then when you're on a vegan or a vegetarian diet, you say, wow, that's what it feels like on vegetarian nutrition, and these are the things that cleared up. My skin got better, my joints didn't ache. Good. So when your skin starts to look bad and your joints start to ache, it means you probably need more vegetables. When your penis won't stand up in the morning because you've been on a vegetarian diet too long, you add a little more animal flesh because it means you're not able to make androgens.
Yeah.
So you see, instead of going from diet book to diet book and guru to guru and dogma to dogma, you develop a relationship with your body. Instead of using your head and reading what's on paper and believing it like gospel, you just have a relationship with your body. My musculoskeletal system needs more flesh so I can work out today. Let's give it a little. How much is enough? Enough that it doesn't make me feel bad. Enough that it doesn't make me constipated. Enough that it doesn't make my skin look bad. How much vegetables do I need? What's the body need? Right?
Yeah.
It's that simple. And you know, there's very simple things you can do. You can muscle test yourself. Your body will never tell you a lie. It doesn't know how to tell a lie. That's the provenance of the mind, of the ego, right? And I can prove that to you.
What's up, Raw Bras and Raw Sisters? We are providing the rest of this interview with Paul Chek for our members only at rawbras.com. For a price of a green juice and a cup of raw milk, you can become a member at our website at the link below. This will allow you to have unlimited access to the most impactful and epic footage we bras have put together. We understand that many of our viewers may not like the idea of us charging for our footage, which is okay because you know we bras are gonna still be providing Raw Bras approved footage for free right here at youtube.com/rawbras. We've enjoyed pumping out footage for free for the past 2 years for you guys. But just like anyone else, we bras need to make a living, and our dream is to make a living doing something that we love to do. And we truly appreciate all of your support just by watching our video. But if you would like to take it to the top and continue further supporting us bras, help us help you by joining our team.